Hey guys, it's Justin from Sound 81 Productions. I'm here with Calvin Arsenia, and we are talking about his new record, Catastrophe.
Yeah. There it is.
And that was it. Thank you for watching. All right, what is Catastrophe all about?
Catastrophe is a compilation of songs that I've written over the past few years, and about love and romance and the cyclical nature of how you fall in love and fall out of love. And it explores so many different genres and just stuff that I'm interested in and wanted to do. And it's kind of all over the place, but I think that it represents the fact that romance can...
It meshes together, though.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we first started talking about it, you know, I mean, it's going from like around midnight where you had this jazz thing, and then you have like experience, and you have all these electronic elements, and you know, then you have like a string section. Like, what made you decide to... Was the sound choices what you did to help represent the song, or was that just... Did it fall into that style just kind of because?
I don't know if I was so scripted or like, you know, did that on purpose, but I think that each of the songs kind of lent towards the style that they ended up living in, and I wanted to just kind of be free with it. Mm-hmm. You know, we live in a time, especially with like being indie musicians, where we literally can do whatever we want. And in order to represent the art the way that we feel it should be, and until I have somebody, you know, barking down my shoulder saying I have to do this or do that, you know, then I'm gonna be an artist and explore the music the way that I want to do it, you know? So like Plague has this super like New Orleans, Southern kind of gypsy feel, kind of, you know, and but then we added like the theatrical screams and.
Well, hold on. While we're on this song,
yeah.
Well, first I have to say that we tracked the vocals for that song on Halloween.
Yes,
which was
really
kind of perfect.
Yeah.
I've never even asked you this. You got to talk about the screams because I didn't even know how to mix that.
Well, so that song...
It was fun, though.
Each of the songs kind of represent like a vignette of the romantic cycle, right? And Plague, I'm not a very angry person in general, but that song, I could push it to be and represent that phase of losing love, and something that I think that a lot of people can feel, and for me, it's just like a flicker and it's gone, you know? But I wanted to really... push myself into each of the emotional landscapes, and Plague is about you know, supposed to live in this apocalyptic situation where the whole world is just falling down and everything is bleak and dying and burning, and
that section represents that,
right? and in my mind I see the meteors falling from the sky, and I see everyone is running around in chaos, and me in the midst of that saying, you know what, like, at least I know that the things that are burning could burn. Like, and everything that's not burning is the stuff that I can actually rely on. And
I'm envisioning a music video coming out. Coming soon.
Right. So Plague, yeah, it's definitely like this apocalyptic scene. And I see, you know, a big cityscape and everything is a light and fire, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm all right with this, because it's better than living a lie. At least.
Your voice is very unique. You know, you have pop mixed with theatrically trained, almost some opera going on in there. Mm-hmm. Your trills, you know, you do something unique on that.
Yeah.
Where did your voice come from? I mean, it's stylistically.
Stylistically, again, I think my voice is my first instrument, and we feel pressured to fit a certain style as artists, mm-hmm. or, you know, to be so secure in this identity that people can name. And I think there's something to that in branding and stuff like that, but I want my work to be known by the feel and how far I go into each of these emotional spaces, you know? And so I was classically trained to sing arias and art songs. And I loved that training. I was taught how to use my voice as an instrument and how the anatomy works and all that stuff, and try to approach it in a way that would produce healthy sound, you know. But then I also started to like really grow and stretch myself, and wanted to honor the imperfection and the humanity of the voice, and how it so closely reflects your real position. You know, the voice will tell people that you're talking to or that you're singing with the condition of your health and your body, you know? And it's so closely aligned to your immune system. When you're tired, like all that stuff, like you can hear it in the voice. And rather than trying to pretend like I'm perfect or that I'm, you know, completely healthy or that I'm well rested all the time, which I should be, but the state of the matter is that I'm not. And when you are dealing with chaotic emotion that just takes over your world, you know, I really wanted to capture that in sound form. And so, you know, we did a lot of takes here, but I wanted, you know, but never was perfection the goal. It was always, can we capture?
And I'm totally about that.
Yeah,
too.
capture the feeling of that song and the way that the moments that I wrote that song or that it came to me as inspiration, why I needed that song in my life, I wanted to capture that moment for the record.
Which goes along to what the late, great Ron Ubel said, that he never made a record. When you go behind the mic, you just capture in a moment in time.
Right.
And I feel that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
You know, some of the fun things when you would do your voice, and I'm blanking right now which song it was, you laughed.
Uh-huh.
Which you didn't do it on takes before, and I was saying I could kind of hear you smile when you were singing.
Yeah.
And you just went ahead and laughed.
Yeah.
You must have had hair sticking up.
No. But, yeah, it's just, what was the headspace that I was in? Why did I write this song, you know? And to really be an actor and to put on that role, even though it is myself, but it's not my current self necessarily, you know? Like, there was a time and a moment and a space and a context that I was in when I had to write this song, when it had to come out of me. And, because I don't really write a lot, you know? Songs come to me when they need to be heard. And so I try to honor that and honor the moment and all the contributing factors that brought me to that moment where I had to produce this piece.
Well, and now you're at that moment. You have this album that is a good collection, great collection of a wide variety of emotions that you're sharing. Where's it going to go from now?
Yeah, my last records were, a lot of them were very simply done. And they didn't quite capture the world that I wanted to create. And my last record, Prose, was very cathartic and introverted. And it had a lot of feeling, but it was, you know, the album itself was very artsy and maybe slightly self-indulgent. I call it a sonic documentary because there's a lot of like scenery that's happening in that record as well. So I wanted to do something that was more speaking towards what I do in a live format when I'm with a band. And this record was the first time that I relied heavily on other musicians to perform the instruments, and that I would primarily be a vocalist. So with these songs and with these tracks, I hope to travel the world and collaborate with more amazing and beautiful musicians, perform in beautiful spaces, in front of beautiful audiences, and let my voice tell stories and encourage people that they get to experience all of the array of emotions in life, and that they shouldn't be afraid of it. That is actually the imperfection and the humanity and the kind of the chaotic nature is what's so great about being human, and I really hope that this record, I know this record is kind of my ticket towards doing that full time and forever.
This is why I love him. Pure artist. Well, I can tell you personally that it was a journey for me as well to work on your record, and I'm very fortunate and thankful that, you know, we got to do this, and more to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely more to come. Where can they find this record?
In your email box. No, I'm just kidding.
Check your spam mail. You just don't know.
Everyone who came to the show receives a digital copy of the record, and so that's coming for them soon. I'm kind of organizing the correct format that should come in, because for me, my music is only a part of the story that I'm telling, you know, and I want everything to be an experience and like to be something that they feel me in it, and so because we spent so much time on this record and so many people have contributed towards it, I don't want to do it flippantly.
It's a good call.
Yeah, so I want to really make sure that when it's received, that the listener knows that they are valued and that I care about their experience. And because of that, that just takes more time. So they will be able to get that at local record stores. I'll have copies there. It will also be available on CD Baby and iTunes and Spotify. But your best experience is probably to get the whole package with the literary companion, and which has some recipes and poetry that were inspired by the songs of the album. Some art that
more goody details.
Yeah, lots of accoutrements.
Good word. Calvin, you're incredible, and I personally look forward to working with you, and I'm excited for y'all to hear this record because it's very unique, it's very Calvin, and it really was a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
So definitely check out his record, light some candles, close your eyes, listen to the whole thing. It'll definitely take you on a very emotional, spiritual journey with all different types of genres. So thank you, Calvin.
Thank you.
And that's my story.
Now you don't. Gonna try to love again, I swear I won't. Out of sight, but in my low